We're just about ready to get rolling with truck and tractor pulling action. 5 classes tonight, actually 6 classes tonight to go down the track. We're going to start things off with the light Tough Farm, followed by the small block modified street diesel pickup trucks, showroom gas, open street diesel pickups, and round out the evening with the heavy Tough Farm tractors. So getting the sled set, getting that first class in and across the scales, we are about ready to go. Before we get the show kicked off tonight, if I could please get everyone to rise for our national anthem.
I'll try to stay out of the way. Is that a promotion or a demotion? Is that a promotion or demotion?
Just about ready to go, getting that first class in and across the scales, getting the sled ready. We're getting ready to kick things off with a light Tough Farm. Also here, I got the world famous Jumpin' Joey with me. Jumpin' Joey, let him see you out here on the track.
What up, everybody? Everybody good and ready for a night of fucking tractor pulling? Oh, come on, there's at least a couple more people here. Who's ready for a great night of truck and tractor pulling? Oh yeah. Anybody remember me from a few years ago here? No? That's okay. You'll learn who I am here in a little bit. I'm the truck and tractor pulling guy, world famous. I'll be around playing ball with you guys, killing some dead time, waving to people that are waving not to me. Like the lady in the first, hey girl, hey. Brad, I'm ready to rock and roll, buddy.
All right, getting that sled up on the track tonight, the Track Boss transfer machine. So our first class, the light Tough Farm tractor, is set to go.
All right, Chase Diamond here, CS Pulling Promotions, talking with Dustin Harrison, Apex Diesel. Dustin, you're the new title sponsor of the 2.6 Pro Street Diesel class.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about Apex Diesel, what you guys do.
So biggest thing we do, performance and repair, diesel trucks, everything's diesel. About 75% of our business is machining, truck pulling, we're really oriented towards truck pulling. That's what I do. Trevor that works for me, that's what he does too. That side's more of the repair shop side. So we do a lot of repair, a lot of Cummins, but we do the big three: Power Stroke, Duramax, Cummins. A lot of online sales. The safety components, turbo, we do a lot of turbochargers, a lot of engines, a lot of safety components. That's getting to be a really big, the turbine crosses. Within the last couple of years, that's been a really big thing. The safety compressor crosses, that's getting to be another. A lot of trinkety stuff. We do a lot of block off plates, intake runners, front covers. We're trying to do as much stuff on this as we can, but there's a lot of stuff that we don't do. We depend on a lot of other really good people. So
absolutely, and you guys have been with CS Pulling Promotions since the very beginning for the most part.
Yep.
And you guys have grown leaps and bounds, especially with the new online store. Tell us a little about that.
It's just getting to be the way of the world anymore. A lot of people, it's easy. I mean, you can get online, and we're trying to make the checkout as easy as you can. You get online, you got a question about anything, most of the questions can be answered just by looking through the listing. You figure out what fits, what you need. But we still do a lot of custom stuff. So people call in, they find you through the website, they call in, and because not everything's one size fits all. But yeah, it's just a lot easier. I mean, you could be at home 9 o'clock at night, laying in bed, and you think, oh man, I need this. Well, back in the day, before we really had a very good website, they had to call the next day, and it just got to be one of them things to where it just works out a lot better for everybody. It's a lot easier on the customer too. And ApexDieselPerformance.com. ApexDiesel.com. We own that too, so it'll take you to it. But ApexDieselPerformance.com.
Awesome. Yep. Super excited to have you back.
Yep.
Thanks, Dustin.
drag them both this way. Being co-sanctioned with our member state, the Western Pennsylvania Tractor and Truck Pullers. Their point sponsor for this class in 2026 is Fairground Market. We want to thank Fairground Market over in Prospect, right across from the Big Butler Fair, for being the sponsor on the Light Tough Farm Tractors in 2026. So Jeff McConnell getting set to go. Doctor's orders. truck and be ready. We've got one more tractor left in this first class, small block modified. Be ready. Chad McConnell getting set to go. See if he can get out past that 310 mark. so far. This must be a Chevrolet crowd. Chevy fans, make some noise.
Shit.
All right, green flags are out for the Dodge.
Racing 400.
So getting back into the now, this is Larry Klingensmith out of Leechburg, Pennsylvania with the Chevy Colorado. So he was having some issues with that truck back there, finally able to get it fired up. So we'll see what he can do with the GMC. An all-new truck for the 2026 season. Larry has been competing in this class with a different truck. Put this truck together during the off-season, so we'll see what he can do with the all-new Chevy Colorado out of Leechburg. So green flags are out. Larry Klingensmith looking to get beyond that 292 lead mark. leading the class at 292. We'll see what Mike can do with the Digging Deep S10. Needs to go beyond 292 to take over that top spot. All right, so Jake getting set to kick things off here in this street diesel division. With the OH4 out of Perry, Ohio. Jacksonburg. Ryan Martin with High Roller, looking to get beyond 271.
Hey, Brad.
Yeah, go ahead, Joey.
Do you know that these trucks come with that stutter effect?
Yeah, doing a little bit of bouncing out there, huh?
Oh yeah. Long, baby, long. Here we go.
Right around 38,000 pounds.
So with the driver in it, it's 39.
I do believe he's got 2 in the box, so each one of those weights in the box weighs around at 2,000 pound mark. So he's sitting at about 40,000 right now. diesel truck start to bounce off the starting line. He started hopping in the back end. He pinned it to the floor. Josh McGee getting set to go with the 17 Chevy out of Cuyahoga Falls. Josh's distance 245.32, 245.32. Jake Manise turned down that first run, so we'll see what he can do. Right now the lead mark out at 298.
Whose card is this? Whose card? Don't eat the chips. They're weird. Are these M&Ms? Oh, these candy. That's a gummy bear or jelly bean.
So Jake's got that chain tight. Green flags are out. Jake Manise looking to get beyond 298 for the lead. Our final official hook in the class. Not going to be able to get out beyond that lead mark. 287.06. Jake Manise, so we'll have a rundown in place is going to go to Lane Herman. Fourth will go to Jake Manise. Third will go to Jeff Harding. Second will go to Vinny Mayo. And your winner tonight at 298 feet, Ryan Martin with the high roller. So the tow rig taking home the win in the street stock diesel class tonight. We'll see him up in our next division, Showroom Gas. Cody Dean getting ready to go with the exhibition run. Was swinging for the fences. For the guy in the red shirt, it is his 32nd birthday. Happy birthday, Brad. Brad Doogie, our announcer. Everybody give him a round of applause. It's his birthday. 32 stops. Coming in. Come in. All right, he said he's 50. Sorry, my bad. 50 years old today. Chevy, not a Dodge. He's a little far from Jeanette, so hopefully he doesn't break anything because he's going to have some explaining to do why he ran out to the store and broke the Yukon.
Well, he went to go get the milk. You know that guy's... Never mind.
All right, so Barry Taco with the grocery getter out of Jeanette. See what he can do here. No official mark yet in the class, so he'll set the mark to beat. So Tyler Martin getting that chain tight with the 79 Ford called Brownie. Looking to get beyond 279 for the lead.
Hey Ashley, if you stay zoomed out a bit, then it'll focus a lot easier.
855. You can pick up the winning $68 over at the grandstand booth.
Awesome.
Getting back into the sled right now out of Saxonburg. He was your winner in the street stock diesel class. Now bringing his showroom gas truck to the line from Saxonburg, Pennsylvania with the 96 F250. This is Ryan Martin with the Wild West Express. Already has a couple wins on the season in 2026 and has multiple top 5 finishes. Very strong truck in the showroom gas division, so we'll see what Ryan Martin can do with the Wild West Express.
Wait, what's his last name?
Taco.
Not even Tuesday.
Nobody did pull on Tuesday down at the Hookstown Fair. This was the number 2 truck in the class. We ran a 300-foot full pull down there, and it was between him and Ryan Martin in the pull-off, and this was the number 2 truck down at the Hookstown Fair on Tuesday night.
Well, hopefully he brought some salsa.
So, Steven getting ready to go with spare parts. See if Richard can get that truck out beyond that 296 mark. Another very competitive truck in this showroom gas division. So see if he can get beyond 296 to take over that lead. Green flags are out for Richard Gilson. missed the pull-off by just 2 inches. So right up there with the leaders, but just shy of that pull-off position on Tuesday night, taking home that number 3 spot. So we'll see what he can do here tonight. Austin Anger with Rambunctious, looking to get out beyond 299.
But you never know. That's why I just.
While we got a second here, I'd like to thank Brian McConnell for sending out the scraper roller tractor tonight. Also like to thank Sean Hayward, doing an awesome job running that tractor out there, keeping that track groomed up all night. How about a big round of applause for Sean, doing an awesome job for us tonight. All right, our final truck in showroom gas, DJ Beacom. See if he can get out beyond 299. No winner yet on the 50-50. You've got 5 minutes to claim it. That winning number again, 645-855. 645-855. You've got 5 minutes to claim it. We're going to draw another number. He's got multiple wins across multiple circuits. One of the toughest open street diesel trucks in the region. Out of Butler, Pennsylvania with the 08 Ram 2500. This is Travis Rittenauer with the truck called Playin' Hooky. Is set, so he says, come and get me, guys, if you can. One of the toughest diesel trucks in the region, so we'll see if he can hold off the rest of the dozen in this class. As Lane Herman getting ready to go on the sled with the 06 Ford Conneaut. Now, he did shut down before the 100-foot mark, so he does have the opportunity to go back and give it one more shot. Each competitor has 2 chances to get out beyond that 100-foot mark. So, indeed, he will go back, try it one more time. Lane Herman out of Conneaut. See if he can get that truck to settle down.
Come on, guys. Come on a little bit. It's a Ford, but, you know, jam on. Do a little clap and clap.
All or nothing this time. See what the truck out of Conneaut, Pennsylvania can do. Lane Herman looking to go beyond that lead to 327.
Jam on, come on, guys.
Is going to be it for him for the night. 47.78. Give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That was a rough ride there for Lane Herman.
Now you guys got one. Where are you going, Terrence? Okay.
Our next truck getting ready to come to the sled out of Wickliffe, Ohio. With the 97 Ford F350. This will be David Gelbach. See what the 7.3 Power Stroke can do.
There's nothing comfortable about it. No.
All right, green flags are out. David Gelbach. See what he can do with the 97 F350. Oh, that truck bouncing on him. He let out of it a couple times and settled back in and started to bounce again. He's going to come up short of that lead mark at 245.03, 245.03. With the 97 F350. Oh, that truck bouncing on. See if Daniel can get out beyond that 327 lead mark.
My baby clothes?
All right, Daniel's got that chain tight. Green flags are out. See what he can do with the 09 F250. Daniel Sizemore with a good solid pass at 281 to 1.01. So up next out of Diamond, Ohio with an 07 F350. This will be Dean Bayos. Second and 281. 281. that chain tight. We'll see what the Ford out of Diamond, Ohio can do. see where he is going to be in the class at 292.5. Green flags are out for Dave Francis with the Ford out of Perry. Distance for Dave Francis, 316.13, 316.13.
I'm gonna need pulled off, Travis. Got overheat. It won't start. Yeah, it's gonna have to have overheat. It just won't start. That's all. You have to pull me off. That's all.
Attention Getting ready to come up to the sled now out of Jefferson, Ohio with the Ford F-250. This will be Jody Woodworth Jr.
I'll pull him on 38 pieces. I don't care.
Still holding on to that top spot.
I don't know, Trev. I'm in the mud a little bit. It might not come out. It might not come out. We're in the mud a little bit heavy. Maybe. Might need a real tractor. I just spun it in there a little bit hard. Sorry. Yeah, might have to. My bad. Yeah, we'll just get it out in the grass. I'll get it later. Yeah. Once it cools off, it'll start back up. Anywhere, just go anywhere else. Beautiful.
Crest back in down there at the end. Jody Woodworth Jr. Jody Woodworth Jr. go. Up next, Jody Woodworth Sr. with the Ford F-250 out of Jefferson called the Dumpster. Jody Woodworth Sr. getting ready to go with the dumpster.
Hopefully he doesn't have to drive that home. Because that's going to be cranking like a duck. Crank, clock, clock.
So we'll see if we can get that drive shaft out from under that truck there so no more damage. Drive shaft loose on that truck so we can get it off the track there. As right now it is stuck into the track, so we'll get Coy Smith off the track here as we've got one more to go in the Open Street Diesel. So looks like there is more than the drive shaft broke, as in four-wheel drive the truck will not move, so hopefully it'll tow in neutral. We'll get him pulled off the track. It looks like something in that transfer case may have come apart.
That's weird that he has a transfer case in transfer, PA. Isn't that? Huh? Brad doesn't like my jokes.
Hopefully the transfer case is not locked up, because we do see that once in a while when these transfer cases come apart, as the vehicle will not tow, but it looks like it is going to roll in neutral, so give him one more big round of applause tonight. Tough break, ladies and gentlemen, for Coy Smith. So we'll get ready to go with our final competitor in the Open Street Diesel division. A very tough running Dodge out of Hartford, Ohio. This is going to be Dylan Dixon with the truck Wet and Wild. He did pick up a win the other night, so see if he can get out beyond that 327 lead mark. So Travis Rittenauer started things off at 327 feet. He's been able to hold everybody else off to this point. As Dylan Dixon getting back into the sled with Wet and Wild. These two trucks have been back and forth all season. So we'll see if Travis can hold off Dylan Dixon to take home that win, or if Dylan's going to get out beyond that 327 mark. All right, chains tight. Green flags are out. Dylan Dixon, Wet and Wild. first tractor getting ready to come to the sled out of Corey, Pennsylvania with a 1972 International 1066. This will be Joe Yurchak with Running on Adrenaline. So 3 tractors to compete in this division, 2 internationals and a Ford. All 3 tough tractors in this class. So getting that track boss sled ready to go, getting Joe Yurchek hooked up with a running on adrenaline. The international out of Corey, getting ready to kick things off. These tractors running a 1,000 RPM limit. So we'll see what Joe can do. Starting things off, running on adrenaline. Joe Yurchek picking maybe a little high of a gear to start off. He did shut down before that 100-foot mark, so he's going to go back and give it a second attempt, but he's also our test puller. So technically he has 4 attempts to get that sled out beyond 100 foot. So he can go back, take his second attempt. He can turn that. So running on adrenaline, sounded good out of the hole, and then that tractor really pulled on RPMs, got underneath the turbocharger. So he let out of it before that 100-foot mark. So he'll get that chain tightened back up and try it again. Joe Yurchek running on adrenaline.
Listen, if he goes in that pond, I'll give $1. So
I don't know. He might be able to do it. This is a good running international. Jeff McConnell, Old Red, looking to go beyond 284.
oh.
King. This is a former hot farm tractor. Jeff bought this tractor over the winter. Made the adjustments on it to get that truck into this heavy truck. There's been quite a few issues here early on. Tough Farm class in 2026 with the Gen X 8600 Ford. So our final tractor, and then we'll have one exhibition hook here to round out the evening. So you don't want to go anywhere after this class, because we've got one exhibition run. Green flags are out. Jeff Whittier, Gen X. Up to the sled, see if he can take it all the way out there to the pond at the end. How many think the Ford's going to take that sled all the way out there to the pond?
Get your phones up for this one. So our final hook of the evening, King with the Beast. See what the mega truck out of Volant can do. As he gets the chain tight. All right, we've got green lights on the sled. Green flags on the track. Our final hook of the evening, the Beast.